Österreich mit der Zeit im gleichen Sektor. Müssen wir gleich mal schauen.
Hello everybody, welcome to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. It's round 8 of the FIA Motocross World Championship. This is the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany. Coming up on today's show, we've got Lucas Coenen coming in from the Star and Husqvarna Factory Racing, Tim Gajser from Team HRC, and then we've got somebody from the industry that is involved in Mips. He's only the CEO, of course, Max Strandwitz. So it'll be interesting to hear how the helmet safety and technology is moving on over the last few years. But before we crack on with the show, Lisa Leyland, here we are, the first of another 3 in a row. We've just had a weekend off. This championship is now really starting to ramp up a little bit, isn't it?
Round 8 already. It's that momentum. We're really in it now, aren't we? It's going fast.
And we've got, obviously, Latvia next week, then Majora. Then we'll be at the halfway stage. So
Indonesia already.
I know. Are you ready for your holiday?
Are you?
I think so. Anyway, should we crack on?
Yeah.
All right, waiting in the wings, Lucas Coenen joins us now from the Star and Husqvarna Factory Racing. Great to see you, Lucas. Third in the championship points now, and only 7 behind, I think, Simon Langenfelder in second place. It looks like you're really starting to find your consistency now. After a couple of rough rounds in, Trentino and I think Portugal. How are you feeling?
Now it's getting better. I mean, in the beginning it has been tough for me, like the first rounds and everything. But, I mean, dealing with some injuries. But, I mean, now we see the results are more consistent, and yeah, we try our best, let's say.
Yeah. Well, obviously you took your first race win of the season in Riola in that first race. I mean, a fantastic battle. How important was it for you to get that race win, especially given the deep sandy conditions where maybe Kai, your teammate, is the favourite? You came from a long way back to pass him. How important was it? How satisfying was it?
Yeah, let's say it was a nice race win, but I mean, I know it was difficult to beat Kai. But I know I'm also really fast in the sand, so a lot of people told me about Kai really fast in the sand would be difficult to beat him, but I was sure about myself. I can ride the sand, and I know I can battle with him. So yeah, it was let's say a good battle together with him, and I mean, second moto happened what happened, but I mean first moto that win was good.
Yeah.
Well, as Paul said, that you really seem to be gaining that consistency now and that momentum. Back-to-back GP wins in the past 2 rounds. What, Lucas, has changed these past few weeks for you to make that difference?
Let's say, first of all, is to get better in the physical side. Like with my shoulder and everything, was like with a broken shoulder blade, it's never easy to ride. But I mean, now it's getting perfect almost. So I can get back to my riding style normally, and I mean I got the 2 last GP wins, so it's good. But I mean now I need to keep on building from this and try to be as most consistent as possible to get the most points of it.
Well, one of those wins came in Lugo, and a new venue. We spoke to a lot of the riders. Positive feedback from that track. How did it rate for you?
Track looked amazing, like big jumps, nice layout in the woods, everything. So for me, track looked good. Only thing was difficult to pass, let's say. But I mean, I could have done better in the first moto, but I couldn't pass. So I was quite mad on myself. But I mean, then second moto, I know what I needed to do. So I made it, and I had made it work. So then I won the race. I was happy about that, but I didn't know I won it. So it was quite satisfying to know.
Yeah,
it looked like there were a lot of lines there that weekend. You know, a lot of choice to go outside, inside. It seemed that, you know, maybe because they didn't rip it so heavily, it just opened it up a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the lines were there, but you can go outside, but then you lost time. So it was quite good and not good. You know, you can go outside, but then you lose 3 meters and one guy in the back is coming. So it was more like to find lines that you can stay close and pass at 1 leader point. But I didn't find them in the first moto, let's say so.
Yeah. That's why we have 2 races.
Exactly.
So you can find the lines. We've had some difficult conditions recently, Portugal and France. You know, France was a mudder, Portugal was a mudder. But in that second race in France, you showed that you are, you know, capable of riding in the mud, because when the rain came in that second race, it came, didn't it? This is from the first race. We've given you clean images.
Yeah.
Because race 2 was completely different. But, yeah, how difficult was the track in the second race here in France? And, yeah, you just looked so confident, so relaxed. Even when it rained and everybody else backed off, you just kept that pace and kept that focus.
Yeah, what I also learned about it is to keep a normal pace. Don't slow down, because I know from the last year, let's say, when I slow down, then the mistakes come.
Yeah.
And maybe some people back off quickly, but I was like, I just need to ride on training. Like, you shift up, and then it's gonna get better every lap. But I mean, yeah, we were lucky about the weather because before the race I was like, what do I choose, Tyrrell or Olof? Because yeah, you know, in the rain everything can happen. But we were lucky, like 5 minutes to go. So yeah, I liked it. I mean, you were completely wet. You didn't need to change anything. So I was like, hey, I'm fine.
Mechanic didn't need to wash the bike. It was all done.
Everything was clean.
Well, how good is it, Lucas, to be racing up front with your brother this year, Sasha? He's getting the starts, isn't he?
Getting the starts.
He's getting
He's
the
a right
starts.
little pocket rocket.
He's a little pocket rocket. Do you guys exchange advice over the weekend, or do you wait for after the GP? How's it work with the dynamics between you two?
All the secrets, let's say, we give them like every session. Like we try to improve, to help each other. Like today, also after the warm-up, we try to always find lines because I cannot see everything and he cannot see everything. So maybe he sees something different. And let's say what happened in Lugo second race when I passed Liam. I was at the physio with my shoulder, and then he went looking to the track and he told me this line can work. I was like, okay, fine. And then I get back behind Liam and I was like, oh, this line he told me can work. Just send it.
Yeah.
And then I passed Liam. I was like, thank you.
Has it always?
So nice.
Yeah. Has it always been like that? You know, your brothers first of all, your rivals on the track, but you know, even though he's at KTM and you're at Husqvarna, it's still it's still quite impressive that you are communicating in that way. That you're able just to say, you know what, we're in this together. I'll help you. You help me.
Yeah.
But that can only be a good thing.
Yeah, we can help each other, so it can always be better. Like even if he's the other team, if he wins, I will be super pumped for him, and if I win for him and he gets second, he will also be really happy. But I mean, I hope this will come soon and we can get some good moments.
Yeah.
That would be so nice to see, wouldn't it? Both you guys on the podium.
Yep.
Absolutely. Actually, have you been watching Behind the Gate?
Yeah.
Right. So the one from Lugo, there was a segment with you guys because they followed the team, and obviously you came in from one of the practice sessions. You're riding the pit scooter. Sasha's on the back. You come in big. I thought he almost went out the side door.
Yeah.
Don't try and get rid of him.
No. But let's say we tried to get us maximum fun. But then on the camera, I didn't see it. But I mean, yeah, it's been fun. Like we have fun together always. So we can help each other always. So the mood is it's perfect. Let's say.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, we're in Germany this weekend, round 8. Could be another motor. We've had a lot of rain this week. Yesterday we had a dry day, and obviously it rained on the way here this morning. But the track at the moment, we've got blue skies, dry conditions. Looked like the track got better over the course of the session. Could be better again later on. You know, I mean, there's the track there on our screen now. Great view for. But how are the wet races for you? Is it something that you're getting more used to? Because in some ways they can be quite a lot of fun because you can use more of the track and just be a bit more relaxed in some ways. Do you find that?
I mean, in Portugal I didn't find it because I had the problem with the shoulder. So you know how when you ride in an injury and you get on a really muddy race, already it's difficult when you're healthy. So I mean, I like the mud conditions. Let's say I like in the quali race, I enjoyed it. Like I got the whole shot and I just did my laps. And if it's gonna rain, I just said for everybody the same. So you need to just try to be consistent and don't make those little mistakes. And yeah, if you can get 2 wheels up till the finish, then I think you will be fine.
All right, well, look, we are out of time, but Lucas Coenen, thanks for joining us very, very briefly here for our studio show here on MXGP TV. Good luck this weekend. It's obviously going to be busy. 3 more races in a row before we pack up bags and head to Indonesia, but enjoy the rest of the season from now.
Thank you.
Thanks,
no problem.
Lucas.
Our second guest is getting ready to join us now, though, but before we meet Tim Gajser, here's a bit of a snippet from Behind the Gate, episode 5. And it's Team Tiger talking about whether or not they're going to allow the dog, Tiger the dog, to come to the races. Enjoy.
Sweet.
Too sweet?
No, no sweet.
No sweet?
No.
I like.
No. Yeah, ma he's good. He's big, ma no sweet.
Buonissimo, questo ti danno una carica per la giornata?
Sì.
Già finita.
Jumpy spoke English or Italian? Or he was trying English? Yes? Okay.
So, we have a plan now.
Yes.
She said that you're gonna bring your dog.
Next race, Tiga the dog is coming.
No.
Tiga, you know, the big one.
No, please. No.
Yes.
No, spera, no, impossible.
And Jumpy was all angry.
No.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh, it's coming.
You're not joking?
No. No. Stella, please.
Yes.
No.
And team?
also say yes.
No.
Sorry. Then she said that you're taking another one?
No, no, she won, yes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our live studio show here on MXGP TV with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Tim Gajser, Team HRC, joins us. Tim, funny moment that from behind the gate. And the big question has to be, have you convinced Jumpy to allow Tiga the dog to come to the races, yes or no?
I want Tiga.
You want Tiga?
Yeah.
No, he's too big for the camper.
He's big.
He is too
He's
big.
a big boy,
He have
isn't
over
he?
50 kilos.
No,
so like,
no.
His reaction was golden. Like,
Gosh.
yeah.
Love
Oh, look. Yeah, go on.
But he liked the Tiga, you know, like just not in the camper because he's the same like me, you know. He liked to that everything is clean, you know, like no hairs, nothing, you know, like so. With Tiga, when Tiga came, you know, like it's gonna be a mess. He's gonna be everywhere, so.
And when
Tiga can be home.
And when he first arrived, he was a little puppy.
Yeah, exactly. He was a little puppy. Yeah,
Little Tiga.
Yeah.
Tiga cub. Well, actually, the boys from the people who are making Behind the Gate, they're actually killing it this year because they're getting some real nice moments from you guys. You all seem a little bit more relaxed on this second series. Would you agree?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's super nice. When I watched the behind the gate, you know, like from Portugal was super nice. You know, with Jan, with Jumpy, with all my team. You know, it's super nice to see some insights that maybe people can't really see. You know, they see mainly just us on the track with the helmets on. So. I think it's nice for the people that follow that sport, you know, to see also, let's say, things that usually you can't see.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you and Jorge are playing red plate ping pong at the moment. 1 minute Jorge has the red plate, then you have it, then Jorge, you have it coming into this weekend. Just tell us, Tim, how much are you enjoying this season so far?
I'm enjoying it a lot, you know. It's super nice because we are all healthy. I think that's the most important thing. That everybody is on the gate, you know, that we have nice races, that we have nice battles, and yeah, so far, you know, that's an AGP, so far everything is going well, and hopefully we're going to continue like that.
Yeah. Well, your first race win came in Patagonia, race 2. Did you expect to be winning perhaps more races after that? And are you surprised at just how strong Jorge is these first few rounds coming in?
I felt super good coming into the season, you know, had a great off season. We had a new bike we have a new bike for this year with Honda that I feel really comfortable. And the Argentina was a good start, you know. I mean, just the first moto when I had a crash and I was a bit behind. Let's say I finished 5th. But you know, quali race and second moto when I didn't have problems, like. I won, but yeah, like you said, Jorge is super strong. Also, Roman, Jeffrey is also coming. You know, like everybody, we are in great shape, and yeah, I mean, like especially second, third, fourth round, I was like 6 or 8 times straight second. You know, of course, a little bit frustrated because I was so close to winning it. Just couldn't get a start, you know, to start with Jorge. Jorge is always a great starter, and he's leading from the beginning, you know, and then when you have to come through the back, it's not easy, you know. You have to risk a bit more, make some mistakes, you know, but yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. I'm happy where we are now.
Or when you do make a good start. Portugal.
Yeah. I mean, first moto was nice. First moto was nice, but then also second one, that would be clearly a whole shot. Yeah, a crash just before the line, you know, was not what we wanted. Especially on the days when it's raining, you know, when it's so muddy, the start is crucial. It's really important. But yeah, that's how it is, you know, that's motocross.
Well, consistency is obviously key to winning championships, and you've certainly been consistent, as you said, like a lot of second places, a lot of podiums. In fact, you've only missed the podium 1 time this year in Portugal, which was due to what happened in that second race, and I think another crash later on. That was a tough weekend all round, wasn't it? With the weather, with that first turn crash, with the other stuff at the end of the race. It was just, just seemed, if you're going to have one, have it now out the way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Portugal was super deep, you know, muddy all weekend. Just the beginning of Saturday was quite good, you know. The free practice, time practice, the track was actually perfect. But then in quali race starts to rain quite hard, and
was already really muddy then, and then Saturday was really difficult to ride, you know, even for us that actually we are training every day to be the best riders, you know, on the bike, but it was not easy even for us to do a lap without any mistakes, you know. That was important, let's say, in Portugal, just not to be the fastest, but to be the smartest, and also to finish the race, you know, without any crashing.
Well, 3 race wins so far, and obviously race 1 in France a couple of weekends ago. It seemed like you were very keen to find your way to the front very, very quickly. We've got a replay of that pass on Roman coming up here. Is that intensity kind of something you've been working on in the off-season? Do you feel you've had to take it to that level just to be, you know, more intense at the start of the race?
To be completely honest, I never really trained to be so aggressive from beginning, you know. It's just, it came naturally to me, you know. Yeah, exactly, you know, in the past and even now, I mean, I'm a good starter, but never really like a whole shot guy, you know. So I always have to be aggressive in first couple of corners and also first couple of laps, because that's the most important part of the race, you know, because on the beginning everybody is still together. So if you want to pass, you know, that's the best time to pass, and then try to make a gap, or I don't know, you know, to lead the race from front, you know. That's the best part you can. I mean, that's the best thing you can do it. Sure.
Do you feel that the level in MXGP has perhaps gone up this year? Because there's like 4 of you guys, all fast, all strong, all consistent. For us to watch, it's great. But what is it actually like to be a part of that intensity every weekend?
I mean, yeah, it's super intensive, you know, like coming to the weekend, coming to the race, you know that it's going to be battles. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward every time coming to the races, you know. It's nice because the racing is clean. I think that's important, you know, that we all know we are fast. Everybody want to win on the end, but, you know, to be clean on the track, not dirty moves, things like that. But as I say, you know, the most important, everybody's healthy, you know, everybody's staying on 2 wheels. That's the most important thing, and I hope that it's going to be until the end, you know, that we're going to have a nice battles, nice races. For us riders, I think it's going to be really, really, really difficult, you know, because more you are going towards the end and you are so close in points. We know we had kind of like the same situation in 2021. It's not easy, you know, all the nerves, you know, all the thinking, like to put that things aside is not easy.
Until the end of the season.
Exactly, exactly. And especially when you are going towards the end, maybe 2 GPs, 1 GP, and then you came maybe last moto tight, you know, in points. It's not easy. It's not easy, but that makes motocross so interesting, you know. And I think for the fans and also for the riders, maybe for us a little bit more stressful, but on the end it's fun.
Yeah. Well. This weekend is looking to be perhaps another wet one. We might be lucky with the weather. We might not. Who knows? But a muddy weekend. It's a difficult one for everyone, isn't it? For the riders, for the mechanics. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
I think now after 3 weeks like that, we are used to it.
I mean, you're just over it. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for us riders, it's not easy because you know, going on the gate, you know, everything can happen. You know, it's kind of like a gambling. You need a good start. You need, let's say, a clean first lap without any mistakes. You know, then you are thinking about the goggles, that you don't get roosted too much, to not run out of the tear-offs, out of the roll-off. So a lot of things can happen when it's raining and when it's muddy. But also from the other side, you know, the bikes, you know, the mechanics have to work a lot. You know, many people don't see that, but they are doing amazing job, you know, especially between the motos. We just got like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and they have to clean everything, you know, change many parts, because, you know, when you came from a muddy race, the water can be everywhere. Yeah. So, yeah, hats down to all the mechanics, you know, in the paddock, because they are working overtime.
Yeah.
And obviously, we've got 3 in a row coming up, so they're going to be even more busy. But Tim Gajser, thanks for joining us here. We are out of time, but all the best for this weekend and the next 3 races and the rest of the season as well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
Our final guest is getting ready to come and join us, but before we do, though, meet him. Here's another little snippet from Behind the Gate, episode 5, Rain Hit Rodeo. Liam Everts just kind of basking in that win that he had in that MX2 round that weekend.
Liam Everts, It was just effortless, smooth, and the similarities between watching him during that race and watching his dad race were uncanny. Just up on the pegs, riding slow to go fast, just in total control.
The past has shown not always the fastest guy wins, but the smartest one. I'm just keeping that in mind and just doing my own thing and controlling what I can control.
Evans crosses the line to win the Portuguese Grand Prix. He does it with a perfect score. 2 wins, his first ever career double. But Rick Elzinga takes second in race 2, second overall in the Grand Prix. First visit to the podium for the Dutchman. Whoa! Hey! Yeah!
We see the Yamaha boys go second and third overall. That's their best results so far in 2024. And I think we're really starting to see some good results from them. And now Rick has got his first podium off his back. We can see some consistency from him and confidence going forward towards the rest of the year.
My dad told me after a long career, these are races you only maybe get 5 of them in your career. They're so special and you'll never forget them. And they're like, you can count them on one hand.
Genau, schwarz-weiß kariertes Tuch ist raus und damit ist dieses Zeittraining Geschichte für die WMX Lotte von...
Hello everybody, welcome back to our live studio show here. Our final part here, round 8 in Teufenthal, the Liqui Moly MXGP of Germany. Me, Paul Malin and Lisa Leyland. Our final guest joins us now, Max Strandwitz. He's the CEO of Mips. And if you're wondering what Mips is, we're about to find a little bit more about it. Max, welcome to our live studio show here. And I guess the first question is, what is Mips? How does it work?
Yes, thank you, Paul. Mips is a technology that comes out of Sweden. It's a technology that aims to reduce the risk of brain injuries. It's a subject that is very close to our heart. We have been doing research around the subject around 25 years, actually soon 30 years. So we are sprung out of a collaboration between the Royal Technology Institute in Stockholm and the Karolinska Hospital. So from the beginning, a scientific project that became a fantastic commercial product.
And actually, I'm just looking at the logo on the shirt. We see this on the helmets. That's the visibility sign, isn't it, that we know that helmets are running this kind of technology. When did the journey begin for you, and sort of how did you get involved in all of this?
Yeah,
I guess a little bit about your background there.
Yeah, so I started at Mips in 2016. It was still quite a small company. I was actually the 13th employee.
Wow.
And today, of course, we are more than 100 people, most of them located in Sweden, around 50 engineers, focused only around brain safety. So, of course, that gives us a fantastic capacity to really drive what we do. We work today with around 150 different brands in all the different categories we are in, all with the same ambition to really try to promote safety. Any helmet with the yellow logo has the Mips technology in it.
Yeah.
Well, there was the Mips presentation in the paddock yesterday.
Yeah.
Just tell us, Max, what was the importance of that, and what kind of feedback did you get from the industry that were there?
Yeah, we got a lot of great feedback, and I think for us it's more first to have a really educated discussion around safety, because not a lot of people know what we do. It's also important for us to explain the depth of our research and how much time we spend into this. Then, of course, also getting to see our brands singing the same song, really talking about how committed they are to safety becomes a very powerful message. And of course, the only thing you realize when you do these events, you should do them more often. So, of course, we will do them more often because you can never do enough of it. We have done it a lot in the US before, but now together with MXGP, we have a great stage to do it also in Europe, which we will.
Yeah. Well, we had the MXGP kids there last night, the MXGP Academy here this weekend, and they were all given a Mips-equipped helmet. It's important, isn't it, to get the kids on board? That's crucial, isn't it, at an early stage?
Yeah, I think so. First of all, to get them on board, explain how important it is to ride safe, because of course also the best accident is the one that didn't happen. But if it happens, really make sure that they are concerned about safety. Having their parents is also really important. And if we can get them to have a great start of their career, but also having an opportunity to prolong their career, it's a fantastic opportunity. And they are the next MXGP riders. And of course, we all want to give them the best start possible. So great event, and also there that we will also continue to do.
I saw a lot of happy faces leaving with new helmets.
It was like Christmas time for them. When they got this helmet, they just wanted to put it on. They were just there in the VIP with the helmets on. It was fantastic to see.
It was like Christmas time for me too.
Yeah. Hi, Santa. Technology and specifically safety technology is always evolving, and I guess with Mips, you know, the steps that you're taking to make things safer for anybody that's having to wear a helmet in those kind of sports. This is only the starting point, not the end point, is I know one of your mantras. You're also involved in other sports as well, cycling and, you know, like say, I guess MotoGP and all those things. How important is that? And I guess what, you know, kind of what are the differences? Or just tell us a little bit more about some of those sports that you're involved with, and guess what are the kind of differences between how you go about, you know, working for this sport or that sport?
No, I think, I mean, we are involved in a lot of different activities. Of course, today we are in 9 different helmet categories. The common thing for them is that they all have issues around rotational motion, because of course that's what we do. But if you translate that into actually things happening, it involves a lot of velocity. So any kind of sports where you travel with a lot of speed. So of course, if you look at Tour de France, for instance, we have 82% of the male riders, 87% of the female riders rides with Mips, because there is a big likelihood that they will fall with a bike, hit the ground. When they do that with an angle. You introduce rotational motion. What's really important for us is to don't compromise the comfort, the fit, the ventilation of the helmet. So every helmet you see equipped with Mips is uniquely designed for that. Also, when we do the validation of our technology, we go really deep into every aspect of that sport, because no sport is the same.
Well, that takes me to my next question. Do you need to adapt that system depending on the sport? Because helmets come in all different shapes and sizes, don't they?
Yeah.
So do you have to adapt in that sense?
Yeah, we do. We have 12 different technologies today. First of all, to make sure that we can address as many price points as possible, because of course we want to make our technology as available as possible. But then also the weight of the helmet is really, really important. So you need to have the right technology for the sports that you do. When I started in 2016, we had one technology, and of course we had advanced quite a lot, and that's what safety is about. It never stops.
Yeah. Well, look, we've got about 35 seconds left. Where now for Mips? You know, how do you keep evolving on what is an already sort of very safe product? You know, how do you take those next steps to make it even more safer?
Yeah, I think when it comes to safety, like I said, it never stops. We double our headcount every second year. Most of those people are on the engineering side, so we continue to do a lot research, really making sure that we have the most relevant technology out there.
Okay, well, look, Max, thank you for stopping by, and yeah, great presentation last night, and enjoy the rest of your weekend here. We've had 2 of your riders wearing Mips, obviously Lucas Coenen and Tim Gajser on the studio show today, so yeah, all positive vibes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Max.
No problem. Right, we are out of time, but don't forget, we are going to be live on MXGP TV for all of the weekend, and it's the first of another triple header. We're in Riga next week at Latvia, Kegams. We go to Major in 3 weeks' time as well for the Italian round. It's going to be very, very busy for us. Don't forget, we've got a lot more action coming up on MXGP TV today as well, starting with WMX Race 1. It's round 4 for them. They'll be live at 10 to 3, and obviously the pre-grid interviews and all the rest of it. We've got EMX 250 coming up as well. They're round 5. Of course, rounding out the day, we've got all of the RAM qualifying races, MX2 and MXGP. But yeah, another fantastic show. Thanks to all our guests, of course, to Lucas Coenen, to Tim Gajser, to Max Strandwitz. Great to see you, and yeah, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you again soon. We are out of time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week in Latvia. Bye for now.